Expect some women to be jealous of your Filipino wife. Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. I make videos about foreigner and Filipino relations, mostly tied to marriage. One of the things I can talk to you about if you bring your wife from her country to your country is jealousy. And we've had a couple of bad experiences, so this is definitely a real thing. We got married back in 2015. And I thought there would be some jealousy towards me from other men. There might have been. And they might be jealous of having a younger wife, foreign wife, pretty wife. But it really should be a sign of admiration too. But sometimes your friends will just stop talking to you because they get jealous. But your wife, well, it's going to be more of a negative experience, I think, for her. Now, leave a comment here if you've seen jealousy towards your Filipino wife. And this is something you may have to help her with someday. Later, I will show how to handle this kind of situation. I did consider other women might be jealous of her because she was able to marry a foreigner, be an instant heir to whatever he leaves as an inheritance. Or they could think that she didn't marry for love, she married for money, his, and for her to send her money back home. And they could doubt her sincerity and motives. Not that it's any of their business. Their premise could be that she is getting something for nothing, that she really didn't have to earn it. To the foreign husband of a Filipina, this likely won't have a direct effect on you, but your Filipina, yes. They could also be jealous of her intelligence, of her being able to speak 2 languages. My wife can speak in 2 languages plus 2 other dialects, and she is very bright. I haven't witnessed any kind of indication, any women that I knew previously are jealous of my wife or feel disdain for her marrying me. They all seem to genuinely like her and have not sent out any bad vibes that I married her. Only time I can remember as a woman indicated any concern at all was somebody who told me, well, just be careful. But at that time, she had not met my wife. And by the way, we've been married still for 10 plus years. What has occurred that I didn't anticipate was women being jealous of my wife. None of them have come up and told me they were jealous, but I'll explain why I think that is the case. They're known for their beauty, Filipinas are, which is captivating to a foreign man. They are known for being cheerful, friendly, hardworking. Some women probably feel like men shouldn't go to another country to find a wife. They should just stick to women from their own country, which seems kind of self-serving to me. He can go anywhere in the world that he can find one. And there is a reason many guys are looking overseas, because they no longer believe they can find one in their own country. They're going where they are wanted. The jealous women will think the Philippines is being taken advantage of by me, the older foreign man, because of her youth, or that she is taking advantage of him for his money or citizenship. Probably nothing can change their perceptions other than the passage of time, seeing the couple live a normal life together. But what chafes me is when they can't leave well enough alone and have to somehow send a calling card to the Filipinas. It has to be jealousy, don't you think? What are the signs? I think it comes down to how they treat her. If she's working and some of her coworkers are gossiping about her, which happened to my wife, talking behind her back, that would tell me they find something amusing or interesting enough to discuss without including her. When they have something to say, they should just say it. For example, they may talk about, joke about the age gap that she has, call her a gold digger. They may not even care if she's aware of that. Now, in the workforce, these things are against, a lot of companies' policies, maybe not everyone, and they can be reported and should be reported to HR for that. Yeah, even, the age gap, her nationality, that's, or overseas, people say, well, you got a bride through mail order. And those are all things that they can get in trouble for with human resources. Gossiping. So yeah, that's likely. If they speak to her in a condescending way, straight up, maybe they think she won't understand them. That's jealousy, and that's bad. They are trying to cut her down to elevate themselves, probably. If they make fun of her to others, maybe that's an attempt to make themselves feel more adequate maybe your Filipino wife will get the sense she is treated a little differently. Coming from the Philippines, I think she will be able to notice any difference in workplace dynamics easily. In my observations from the times I've been there, the Philippines, the workplace environment seems relaxed, and it's okay to give the impression you are enjoying what you're doing and have fun. Your Filipino wife might not necessarily will experience a different environment at work. I really would like to hear from others if your asawa had a breaking in period of adaptation to working in America or the country you reside as concerns jealousy. I haven't observed any in church, the place where she would be able to form relationships, but I wouldn't expect any jealousy there. I'm aware that if there's a large Filipino community, that jealousy could potentially develop among Filipinas as they compare each other's lifestyles. That's why we wouldn't look to live in a Filipino community. That's what my wife said. She didn't want that because of the gossip. Another place jealousy could occur is within your own family. If you have a lot of family members, you might find that some aren't quite comfortable with your wife. I'd like to think that they would include her as a normal family member. They should. But who knows, considering the age difference, the stereotypes they might believe about Filipinas, it might take them a while to warm up to her, and there could be some jealousy in your family. Whether the jealousy sprouts from work, church, Filipino community, or your own family, she will be seeing these women now and then. And I would say she should stick up for herself. What I would not recommend is to avoid them. I can understand doing this, but would prefer a Filipino not be intimidated by somebody else's jealousy. The Bible says, if it's possible on your part, live at peace with everyone. Romans 12:18, and in Hebrews 12:14 it says, make every effort to live in peace with everyone. Just affirm to your Filipino wife that there are reasons why these people might be jealous and do the things they do, and understand how much you love them, and that's what matters. Affirm to her the qualities that make her a great wife, and be patient. Perhaps she will be accepted more later on by these people. Be aware that jealousy is involved when you find love beyond the sea.